Hey Kim, I read your video. Great question. Actually, I found two questions that you asked. The first one you said was, "What is the importance of making sure parents are included in the process?" And I think there's a few things that should be considered. First, the parent has a closer connection to the child, and you know that should be taken into account when we're thinking about what that child's future is or educational path is. The second thing is the parent is the legal guardian and is responsible for the child. So the path we set the child on uh, should have should have a contribution from the parent because uh, you know that's the child's life, and I think that it should be up to the parent when we're deciding, you know, whether or not the child needs an IEP or, even if the child's gifted, whether or not the parent feels that the child can handle that and can take on those responsibilities. And then the third thing, and just kind of trying to summarize what I got from Dr. Beth Harry's video, is I feel like what she's ultimately trying to say is if we act as a resource to the guardians of the child, um, that serves the parent very well, you know. And this goes into your second question, which is, as an educator, what would I do to make sure that parents have a say or a say so in the education of the child? And Dr. Beth Harry offers three solutions. She says, we have expertise versus partnership, and we have language that we use, and then the process of face-to-face interaction with parents. And I think the three of those things really boils down to acting as a resource to the parent to help choose and choose the educational path for the child. So you have expertise versus partnership, and basically when the parent is speaking with the educator, you're using almost you're using the knowledge you have as an educator in a way that intimidates the parent, or just doesn't come across very. We're treating them like we're on the same level. They understand the things that I've gone to school to learn, when I should be leveling with the parent and creating a partnership and working with them and what they want. A lot of times, Dr. Beth Harry said a lot of times educators use that to kind of lord it over the parents to show I'm the expert, I know what's best. When in reality, what it boils down to is both you and the parent want what's best for the child. And she also goes on to explain that it's the parents do want what's best for their kid, and we should take into consideration the cultural differences that go into what we view as what's better for the kid. Second, you have language used. Dr. Beth Harry uses manipulatives as an example. You have a kindergarten class. The teacher would call it manipulatives for the toys, but the parent may not know exactly what you're talking about. And, using language that keeps everybody on the same level is important to, it's conducive to making progress when you're trying to get the path that you're choosing for the child. And then finally, the process of face-to-face interaction with parents. This is tough, and it goes into your first question too. I think, just like I said, being a resource. When you go in and you view the parent and you say, okay, I'm going to try and do everything I can to make what they want happen, but give them great advice and try to guide them, be a guide. I think that's very important.